Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you here in Detroit. The Lions hope to be as good as they were a couple of years ago. The journey begins now again. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
A second down throw for Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Jonas Saker is there to make the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit again. First shot, strap walking, a little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. No, y'all can't copy it.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Goff. This one intercepted. Hit by the rookie out of Ohio State. Yeah. And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the ground, here is Achane. Upward-looking tackle there. Upended at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Well run with Achane. And not much happening again. Might have lost a yard, in fact. That's going to bring up third
It's a
down.
loss of a yard. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Shuck. That's taken in by Achane. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
For the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Saints will take a 3-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
It's amazing, Mike, no matter how fast the league progresses, there's still some teams that are just late adopters. And listen, I get it. It is hard to stick yourself out there. Failure is ultimately very hard to explain away at the end of the game. But 4th and 1, 4th and 2, I'm keeping my offense on the field. I just understand the value of
And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead.
Makes the score Lions 7, Saints 3. Jack Butts to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A run, and it's Achane.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
Second and 10. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
And it's third down.
Here they come for 3rd and 1. To throw is Shuck. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he is going to have a Saints first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
And it was probably a little bit closer than they would have preferred, but the decision to go for it pays off as they get just enough to extend this drive.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
Chuck to throw on second down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Now Shuck on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down. Saints going to send out their new punter here in 2026. Here comes Ryan Wright. Greg Dortch, deep to return. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago and looking good to start this season as well.
Well, they call him Sonic for a reason. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, the last couple seasons since he's come in the league, he's about as electric as it gets. And he's going to continue to be the main focal point of this offense. And even with everybody keying on him, he could still find a way to dominate.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Lions ball to begin this second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Pass caught right side by Conklin. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's going to be taken down. He was a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago and looking good to start this season as well.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. Frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and you can see the results.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Saints' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is second and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And take it down to 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the first down.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory. But that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. This is intercepted. Picked off by Caden Ellis. And a nice return here as well. He takes it up to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
On the carry, it's Achane. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
So they come to the line, 2nd down, they need 14 yards. Chuck. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd and long, here's Shuck. That's to the right side, and complete.
And it was really the lack of production. This hole to begin with, Mike. So I think going forward, more execution on early downs, more efficiency. Don't wait till 3rd down to convert for a new set of downs. Be aggressive on those 1st and 2nds and take the fight to the defense.
And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds.
13-yard line.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now, Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's out of bounds. We're going to mark him at the 35. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Nice catch there from Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he's just so good getting open at all three levels. And there's not a route in the tree that he can't run. It doesn't matter if it's underneath, intermediate, or downfield. He can separate with the best of them. He's got as good a hands as it gets, and he's fantastic run after catch with the ball.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half.
It's now second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
It is second and 6. Now Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Room to run at the 35. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Fake snap for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions extend their advantage to 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Trey Palmer. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Charlie Smith on for the extra point.
The extra point is good. Saints are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Charlie Smith to kick off for New Orleans.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Caden Ellis in on that stop.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
This will be a second down and 6. Here's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
12 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down.
Goff to throw on first down. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. The Lions call their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing here is Goff. That's cut. It's Isaac to Slav. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
At the 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Goff to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
See what they have for 2nd and 7. Throwing, Goff. That one to the sideline is over everybody, but now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. Task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Here's Goff. A dive and a catch. Incredible. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. Over the middle, brought in by Delp. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Saints going to use their second timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. The right side, and catch made by Palmer. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Off the play fake, here's Shuck. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Throwing on On second down, Shuck. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
It is third and long. They'll go play action with Goff. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this is going to remain a one-possession game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
A run here with Achane. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 1. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the Saints first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much. But they get it on third and a yard.
Saints.
And with this field position, Mike, I think you're looking at this like it's 4-down territory. So I think they're able to get it there on third down. But even if he didn't, I think that third down call was all about setting up. If we needed to, we'll go for it on fourth.
And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
On play action, it's Shuck. And the rush, too strong. They're a flat for the sack.
The ball just has to come out there, Mike. There's nowhere to go with it. Protection's breaking down. You either got to get that out to a check down, or you just got to throw it at someone's feet and move on to the next play.
He connects with Palmer on that one. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Saints first down.
First down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Now a run on first down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago and looking good to start this season as well. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. They'll go play action here with Chuck. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the gun, it's Chuck. Throw is taken in by Palmer. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
And it's third down.
To throw is Chuck. Good, and Tyson in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Jordan Tyson. Touchdown.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
To return is Greg Dortch. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On play action, Goff. Pass caught right side by Conklin. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
First and 10.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. The rookie from Georgia, they're on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
They face second down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be third down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Jack Fox in punt formation.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA.
Jack
So
Fox
on
in
fourth
punt
down, the
formation
Lions
for
send
the
out
Lions.
Jack Fox to punt. Back deep, Trey Palmer. That one hit
The Saints
inside
take
the 10,
over
but it
first
bounces
and 10
forward into the
at
end
their own
zone.
20-yard line.
Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Now, faking the give. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
20-yard line.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop, and that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Chuck. Pass caught, and that's Tyson. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
From the 41, it's second and 1. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's first and 10. Now Shuck. That deep for Olave. And that is incomplete. Unable to hook up with Chris Olave.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
On second down, it's Shuck. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Now Shuck on third down. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Delp. That pass play good for 22. First down, New Orleans.
First down.
A handoff as they try to run it here.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
At the 35-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A give up the middle with Kamara. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
To the air is shot. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential. Yeah, so that's an important kick right there. In a game here late, you go ahead, you send your kicker out there to take the lead, and now all eyes turn to your defense. Can they get out there and get a stop and come away with this win?
Dortch now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
2nd and 6 coming up. On the bootleg, it's Goff. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he is going to score! A pick 6 for the touchdown.
And you talk about instant return on your investment. How about week 1 of the regular season, your rookie year? Not only do they believe in him enough to have him out there in these critical moments in his debut, but then he rewards that trust with a pick 6. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start to a career.
For New Orleans.
Dortch now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And 10.
From the gun, it's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
36 yards. That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Goff to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with that one. Just get it to the sideline and live to see 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Goff. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And 3rd down coming up. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
First down.
To throw is Goff. That is caught for a throw. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point.
The kicker on for the point after.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter. Even with their full complement of timeouts, he calls to try an onside kick. This one gathered in by the hands team. Again, this is not over yet. Still 3 timeouts to the defense, but they cannot allow a first down. Well run with Achane. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. The Lions called their first timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the pistol, here's Achane. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Reach